Happy Friday. Welcome to a Friday edition of Forecasting with Friends.
And we're trying to think of a new name because we have so many animal stories it's going to knock your socks off.
Oh, yes.
But so Furry Friends Friday?
That's
Forever Friends?
Forever Friend Friday. This is going to be a lot of alliteration because it's already Forecasting with Friends. It's going to be like forecasting with our furry friends, something like that. Or we have, you know how we have, this just popped in my head, how we have the Pawcast, right?
Yes.
After we came up with the name Pawcast or whatever, I thought, gosh, Furcast would have been so much better.
Yes.
Because it sounds like forecast, Furcast, here's your Furcast. But then by then it was too late to change it. So maybe if y'all want to start a petition or something and say, you know what, I think we like Furcast better.
We have two names that will start the list, so you guys can join us.
Either one. So I guess the bottom line is we stockpile in our little rundown cute animal stories or interesting animal stories for Fridays because we just like the animal story.
And it's like you need a way to smile to start your weekend.
Yeah, on a
it's probably
Friday.
been a long week. And this is 2 weeks compiled. That's why there's so many. So don't worry.
And because it's been a heavy news, weather news, kind of a heavy couple of weeks with Helene and everything, and it's obviously the news is not getting any more encouraging on that front. So we'll have like the latest on Helene, and then we'll say for the second block of the show, we'll do the cute animal stuff.
So you will want to stick around for that.
Definitely. So, okay. Back to the serious stuff. As hurricane recovery efforts enter their second week across the southeast United States, search teams continue to face lots of challenges while looking for those who are still missing.
And our hearts go out to all those families, but officials vow that they will press on as thousands of National Guardsmen lend support. Fox's Chanley Painter actually takes a look at the road to recovery that many say still seems light years away.
The number of dead keeps climbing across the southeast in the wake of Hurricane Helene. The system is the deadliest hurricane to strike the mainland U.S. since Katrina back in 2005, with more than 200 lives lost so far.
We knew it wasn't going to be good.
Tammy Lockwood of Pinellas County, Florida, grieving her 89-year-old neighbor and friend, Jerry. He tragically drowned in his garage.
I used to call him Jer Bear.
But officials say roughly half the deceased victims were in hard-hit regions of North Carolina, and many people are still unaccounted for. But as search efforts press on into their second week now, it's hard for some not to lose hope. The sheriff of Buncombe County, which contains devastated towns like Asheville, saying in part, quote, "We will not rest until you are secure and that you are being cared for." But with many roadways washed out by roaring floodwaters, some Good Samaritans are using mules to transport critical supplies to isolated people. Meanwhile, in the air, pilot groups from neighboring states continue flying in donations.
Gives us all just a huge sense of pride.
When it comes to assistance from the federal government, the Secretary of Homeland Security says FEMA can meet immediate needs, but does not have enough money to last through the remainder of this hurricane season. While it's not projected to make landfall, forecasters say Hurricane Kirk is building up steam in the Atlantic and could trigger rip currents this weekend along the East Coast. I'm Chanley Painter, Fox News.
Yeah, luckily that big hurricane is, might send some rip currents toward the East Coast, but it's a monster, but it's out in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah, but it could bring some rain to London,
Yes,
Paris.
London, Paris. This is the forecast on, and we can never remember the name because I almost said Kyle again. Kirk. This Category 4 in the Atlantic might actually survive to make it all the way to Europe, and that's going to be pretty wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
Good thing the Olympics aren't happening over there.
Right? Can you imagine that?
No.
All right. Well, we still do have 2 months approximately, give or take, left in hurricane season. And when you're building your storm supply kits and preparation kits, food and water should be some of the first things considered. But it's difficult to determine what works well for emergency food. You don't want anything too nasty. So on today's hurricane gear test, John Dawson has a simple option.
With the long shelf life.
Long shelf life.
I've been saying it for years, no one likes to buy emergency food. You're spending money on food you really hope you never have to eat. It doesn't always taste good, but you really don't want to waste it because it can be expensive. But on today's Hurricane Gear Test, I've got a simple option for you from Bridgeford Foods. Their emergency meals solution comes in a line of ready-to-eat sandwiches, wraps, breads, and pizza. No refrigeration is required, and these products have a shelf life of 3 years. Now, they originally manufactured these for the U.S. military as combat rations, but they realized these meals ready to eat also work well for those of us who love spending time outdoors, camping and backpacking. In addition to no refrigeration, you don't need water, and heating is not necessary. Those are also the qualities you want for home emergency preparedness. Here are some things to think about when buying any food for your hurricane kit. Is it ready to open and eat, or does it require preparing? And is heat or water necessary? How long can it be stored before it goes bad? And also, where will you store it? How easily can it be transported? And make sure you choose flavors and ingredients that match well with your family. Like most canned foods, these are probably going to taste better if you heat it up, but it's not essential. And this is a much lighter option. Each of these weigh between 3 and 3.5 ounces. And on average, the meat-filled sandwiches and wraps will provide around 336 calories per serving, along with 13 grams of protein. The bottom line is they taste pretty good for an MRE. The appearance will not win presentation awards on your favorite cooking show, but whether I open this now or 1,000 days from now, your palate should find it more than just edible, and your body will appreciate the nutrition. I give Bridgeford Foods ready-to-eat sandwiches a Cat 4 out of 5 on my Hurricane Kit priority scale. They cost around $6 or $7 for a package of 2, and you can find them online. What's your secret to food planning? Tell me in a comment on my YouTube channel. Just search for Meteorologist John Dawson.
We were just saying that's a good price for those that you just need to have. Yeah. But guys, have you ever seen the Northern Lights? Oh my goodness, they are so beautiful, and they actually could be visible in parts of the U.S. Comes after a huge coronal mass ejection, which was emitted from the sun this week, sending charged plasma particles hurtling toward Earth. And what that means is this is what you get to see. Scientists are forecasting the best conditions to be tonight into early tomorrow morning. I will say, looked up the map, probably not going to be able to see it here in Houston, unfortunately. But, you know, maybe you have plans to drive north this weekend. Why not? Go check it out. Or I know you have family and friends up there, so just have them send a picture. My parents live in Michigan. They will definitely be sending me a photo.
I feel like I asked you this before, but I don't remember the answer. Have you seen them before?
Yes.
Yeah.
So cool. And it was years ago, so I never knew to even look up when it's happening. But I was just biking home from a friend's house at night, and I look up, I'm like, oh my goodness. But I was by myself, and you're like, I need to go wake everyone up and tell them.
Why are you biking home from a friend's house at night by yourself?
Well, the town they live in northern Michigan is very safe.
Okay.
Like, no one locks their doors, like very safe.
Because I'm like,
normally I would not.
I'm one of those helicopter parents. Like, if my child was, I'm like, no, you bet. If you're seeing the Northern Lights, you really should be home.
Yes. Yeah, it's way too late.
All right, we got the fur block coming up.
We could get a graphic made for that.
No, I don't know. We're going to take your suggestions. All right, here we go. This is 2 weeks worth of animal stories that we've been saving up just for you. All right, so trending now, a battle in a Massachusetts courtroom, but it's not your typical case.
No, this is a cute one. A judge has ruled a beaver will be allowed to stay in her home at a wildlife rescue. Okay, take a look at this cutie pie. Oh, stop. That's all we need. This is 2-year-old NIMBY. The rescue center has raised her since birth, and she has never known life outside those doors. But the state argued that she is ready to be released. The governor threw his support behind her, and on Thursday, the state said NIMBY can stay and serve as an educational animal. Good.
See, so the politicians had to step in and do something good for, a
change.
Yeah, for a change. Actually do something great, because otherwise the poor little baby would be out there thrown into the wild and would be completely unprepared. And look, there she's getting a nice little salad and everything. And
gotta have her daily spinach. Oh, I just can't when they do the little paw thing on their nose. That's like taking Pippin and saying, you're a wild animal now.
Right, you're a wild
Ain't gonna
animal.
happen.
Oh my gosh. No, he wouldn't survive at all. He would survive longer than Goose would.
Yeah.
Well, how long do you think Ryder would?
Not at all. He'd be sitting out someone's porch. Where's my pizza crust?
Where's the I've heard somebody call it a pizza bone before. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, they call it a pizza bone, because they want the pizza crust. But anyway, so there's our little Massachusetts beaver who's going to live a happy life as an animal ambassador.
We love her.
So cute. All right, so voting. This is it's a cute story, but it's actually turned out to be we'll say a shocking twist. So voting has started in the annual Fat Bear Week contest at Alaska's Katmai National Park. Now, the official competition was supposed to start earlier this week, but organizers had to postpone it because one of the contestants fatally mauled another one.
Oh.
This is so sad. So bear number 402 was attacked by bear number 469, who has now been disqualified for the competition.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, after doing something like that, but it's back on with a field of 12 bears. Last week's winner, Grazer, is back this year. The runner-up was Chunk, and the public can vote online. It's sort of like a March Madness style. Explore.org is where you go to vote for your favorite fat bear.
I just love the before and after, because it's like, oh my gosh, all they're doing is eating.
Because they track, so this is all done because they track, they track these bears, and for science reasons and preservation reasons, and they get all chunky before hibernation season.
That one,
I mean,
Grazer
look how
is a
that is a
chunk.
chunk right there. That's Grazer. He won last year.
Thick with 2 C's.
Oh yeah, or with a Q or something.
Gosh. Okay, guys, take a look at this. Another bear story for you.
Go, 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 go.
Oh my goodness! Stop!
Talk about keeping your cool.
Yeah, you better start clapping. Oh my gosh, there's a little one.
See the little baby, yeah.
Okay, so this encounter happened in British Columbia, Canada. The man was shocked, obviously, to look up and see this bear, but he handled it like a pro. So clapping, yelling no, and backing away are the things you need to do. Just as he got into his car, the baby bear popped out of the bushes. Then he honked the horn, which sent the two off running. So I think that's Mama Bear, and if Baby Bear's around, you better get out of Dodge.
Yes, she kind of charged there for a second, too.
She's like, get away.
I think the baby comes out here in a second, right? He's going to come out of the bushes.
So he gets in the car, it looks like, shuts the door, good thing.
Yeah, good idea. Good thing you have that power lift gate.
And then where's Baby?
Baby's going to come out here, I think, any minute now. Yeah, look, oh my gosh.
And obviously he's calling it an unforgettable experience, which I don't blame him there. That's just crazy.
Oh my goodness. Well, see, I would have been the fool reaching out trying to pet the bear, but no, I mean, hopefully I would have told myself.
Animal lover over here.
How about a bear trio? A trio of bear stories. Let's just stay with the bear theme here. This bear was spotted having a good scratch on a road sign up there at Denali National Park in Alaska.
Look at him. He's like, that's a spot, that's a spot.
So the video, of course, shows the bear rubbing up against the sign, and I don't know, he's not getting any relief. He just has to keep kind of going at it there.
Now get my shoulder.
But they are, the park rangers and so forth, sent out this video, not just because it's cute and everything, but just to remind people that they're there. I mean,
this is their home.
This is their home, and if you feel like you're just going to be going for a walk there near this campground, just know they can come out at any moment, and they might be very itchy and grouchy.
They need their scratch.
I feel bad, like maybe he's got like some fleas or something. ticks, yeah.
I mean, from afar, they are very cute.
Yeah.
But up close like that gentleman, no thanks.
But he would, if he would let me get close enough to him, he would love me.
Yeah,
if
I
he would
think
just
they're
let me
scratches.
scratch him, but he probably would not let me get that close. All right, so now on to the latest cute animal making waves online. This was your find. I see, this is my first time seeing this story.
This is Pesto.
Pesto, the king penguin chick, the heaviest ever recorded at the Sea Life Melbourne Aquarium. He's a 49-pound baby. He's bigger than both of his parents combined. They weigh wait, hold on, I gotta back this up. His parents weigh 23 pounds. Each. Oh, they weigh 23 pounds each. Pesto weighs 49 pounds.
It's a big boy.
Why is he so
you can
chunky?
see him all around the
And he doesn't even have his colors and everything yet. So his brown baby Fluff has made him a hit on social media, of course, but over the next month or two, he's going to lose the brown coat, and they think that it might help him slim down a little bit. He's going to look a lot more like his parents and the rest of his siblings and everything out there. They weigh 23 pounds. He's almost a 50-pound penguin?
Yeah. How much do your dogs weigh?
Not 50 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
think
a big boy.
Pippin's like 35 pounds maybe, and I think Goose is like 15 pounds.
Ryder is 70, but he's like muscle 70.
Yeah.
This guy's chunk
That's a
70.
chunk. That is definitely a chunk. We've had, every once in a while, the zoo will bring by penguins, and they will relieve themselves in the studio. And let me tell you something, it was not a fun thing to clean. I didn't have to clean it up, but
whoever.
yeah.
Gotta
Not
put
a
him in
fun
a
thing
diaper.
to clean up. Yeah, you got to put diapers, especially, I can only imagine that boy. Pesto.
Okay, UT fans out there, listen to this. Fort Worth Zoo is showing off its smallest Texas longhorn.
Oh, look at
Look at
him.
this cutie. They posted to social media the calf taking his first steps. They also took the chance to show off his pearly white teeth.
Yeah, look at him smile here. It's so
Ready?
cute. Here he comes.
Look it up. That is so stinking cute. So this is Bruce. He may be small now, but adult longhorns can grow to be more than 6 feet tall and weigh more than 1,400 pounds.
Wow, so he's got a lot of
of
grass
eating.
and hay that's going to be eating in his future. So this story, that's so cute. So this story was hilarious because it came on our morning news, and DeLon Dillard does not like spiders. In fact, he hates spiders. So spider lovers are scurrying to Colorado for tarantula mating season. This happened recently in Texas too. It's moved up to Colorado. That's when the male spiders creep out of their burrows in search of a girlfriend. The small farming town south of Colorado Springs here is where hundreds of spider lovers watch the tarantulas emerge in droves. They have a whole festival there. Festival goers are going to flaunt their tarantula-like traits in a hairy leg contest.
Please no.
A hairy leg contest. A woman claimed the title this year. And they have parades and vintage cars with giant spiders on the hoods, and it's a good time by all. The funniest part about this is, this morning, they purposely had DeLon read the story.
Yeah.
Even though, like, Melissa loves spiders.
She loves everything.
Spiders, she does. And while he was reading it, she was reaching over and like tickling him on the side of his face. It was hilarious. So you see this hand come in, and he's trying to read
like,
it, and she's like this. Oh my God, it was so fun.
It's like when you think about spiders and then all you can feel is like something.
I know, that just happened to me too. And I
Gross.
don't even like hate spiders or anything, but the mating season thing and the like hundreds of thousands of tarantulas just like in search.
Yeah, but then that means that they're there even though you can't see them normally. So
Right. That's scary
a big no
too.
for me.
That's scary too. Yeah.
Love you, Colorado, but maybe next time. Okay, well, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but this dog definitely didn't get the memo.
Left, this way. Grayson, this way, buddy. You got it. Yeah.
What?
Good boy.
He is a good boy. Look
Oh my
at him
gosh,
skateboarding
that's fast.
by himself. This is a pit bull named Grayson, and he learned to use A one wheel, which is basically a motorized skateboard, and he's become a viral sensation. Okay, I've seen people on these before, but no.
And they're supposed to be really dangerous for people. I mean, not for the dog.
Grayson, he's got this, racking up millions of views and even getting a shout out from skateboarding legends like Tony Hawk. Grayson's owner says their neighborhood walks are a lot more fun now.
They're using him as a, it's like a, what do you call it when those huskies?
Oh, yeah, like a sled dog.
Sled dog. They're using him as a sled dog. Okay, so across Texas this morning, Georgetown Fire Department is celebrating a very special team member. Kota, the department's education dog, now has her own children's book.
So Lauren Rangel with our Austin sister station has a positively heartwarming story.
Where do you take it, Kota Bear? This is Kota, the Georgetown Fire Department dog. Kota! Now newly published and already well-recognized author.
To see the book actually in my hand was just so relieving, so it was wonderful. I was so excited.
Jonathan Gillum is her dad and Georgetown's deputy fire marshal. He brings her on his public outreach jobs.
She helps me break down some children that sometimes have difficulties approaching us. She helps us educate them, and then we use her for therapy throughout the community.
With the help of Gillum and an illustrator.
This one's going to be my favorite because it's got Kota with the poppy costume in it. So that's something she's really worn.
Kota lays out her adventures as Georgetown's fire dog in a children's book.
We just love the fact that it's a uniquely Georgetown product, and it's a wonderful story, and I think kids will enjoy it.
Yes. Bye, Kota.
At Wag Heaven Sunday afternoon.
Is that the book you want?
Books are selling fast.
What a great thing to bring my granddaughter by.
And Kota is busy with paw signings.
Kota came to his school, and so he's known Kota, and he was excited when I showed him that Kota wrote a book, and Zalius loves books.
Oh, thank you so much.
Each book is $10. All the money goes back to public education.
We're really excited about what she's able to offer to the community. What a great way to teach kids fire safety.
Kota plans to release more books teaching kids about 911 and stop, drop, and roll. But for her first chapter, anything is possible.
Just talking about Kota joining the department and teaching children to dream big, and they can do anything they want as long as they work hard and dream big.
Oh, I just love
So
that
cute.
story. Of course, it's Golden Retriever.
The shame is we're out of time.
And we have like 5 more stories, guys.
We've got them. We're going to keep them for next Friday.
So you
Definitely.
just wait.
And we do have another weather update. We'll have a quick update as to what's happening in, well, we'll see what we can fit in after this.
Well, guys, coastal shower is going to be a possibility today into your Saturday. Not a complete washout. Don't cancel all those plans, but we have some pretty pleasant weather ahead. Early week front next week. We'll drop temperatures a hair. I mean, don't get too excited. Maybe you can break out a sweater in the morning because we'll be in the 60s Wednesday, Thursday morning.
Looking forward to that, and we'll have the latest on possible tropical developments in the days to come, too.